This is the Jose Soto Show. You're listening to Jose Soto. So what happened to all of these gay, liberal, Marxist, pinko, Muppet babies that were yelling and screaming during the Bush administration, lecturing us of how evil war was under Bush, but yet Obama goes in to invade Libya and they're silent on this issue? Oh yes, because it's Obama, he's a liberal like us, No, shut up. Obama is a corporatist, international banker puppet. That's what he is. Some of us have been fooled into believing that Obama is pro some gay rights, which is not. He's just saying that to, take you along for a ride. And to make you believe that he actually cares about you. To make you believe that he cares about humanitarian rights. And that's why he's there. No, he's there because his bosses told him to. The UN, Wall Street, and everybody else in the EU, all these Marxist dictators, corporatist, big mega corporation, they told Obama invade Libya. Great Britain also was told to invade Libya. Why? Because Gaddafi is not playing their game anymore. I'm not a fan of Gaddafi. I think he's an evil man. But what's more even evil than Gaddafi is when our own government is lying to us about the real reasons why we're invading that country. And the real reason is because, of course, there's oil. There is oil. It's the three-letter word that nobody wants to talk about today. And quite frankly, I'm the only one out here in the gay media blogosphere that is actually talking about this. Everybody else, all the gay liberals, are silent and quiet about this. Let's not talk about this, It's Obama's thing, let's not talk about this. And they're not letting you know because they're in denial of the fact that this might start World War III. They're not going to let you know. Of course not. This is what they do. They prop up these dictatorships like Gaddafi, these Marxist super mega corporations. They prop up these dictators to give them supposed power. I mean, even Gaddafi admitted it when he said that Sarkozy, which is the president of France, Nicolas Sarkozy, Gaddafi helped him out in his bid for office in France. Gaddafi sent over millions of dollars to Nicolas Sarkozy. Sarkozy was also helping Gaddafi in many areas. They shook hands. They hugged many times. Herman Van Rompuy, who is the president of the European Union, yeah, and you can look this up on Google if you like. It's right there under images. Herman Van Rompuy shaking Gaddafi's hand. And that was in December. And now Europe and America, we're now invading Libya. It's all a game. It's rigged, but it is a game. Very dangerous one. And now the liberals who supported Obama because Bush was evil, we didn't want a McCain who's going to leave the troops in Iraq for 100 years. Remember that? Do we all remember when we, not we because I wasn't part of it of course, but when you, gay, liberal, Marxist, pinko, Muppet babies, when you were telling us how evil John McCain was because he wasn't going to leave our troops in Iraq for 100 years, but then, of course, you supported Obama. Now we are going to go and invade Libya. And Gaddafi just declared that he's going to fight to the very end. This is an all-out war. This isn't just throwing a couple of missiles here and there to see what happens. Of course, running the risk of murdering innocent civilians. We're talking about an all-out war with Libya. An unconstitutional war. May I add, where are the Tea Party Republicans? Where are they? Oh yeah, they support the war. Never mind. these neocons are now agreeing with the liberals. See, I mean, what have I always said on this show is that liberals, conservatives, Democrats, Republicans, doesn't matter. It's all a paradigm. It's all a scam to get you to believe that they're two different sides. No, they're not. They're all part of the same coin. They're all part about war, destruction, economic disparity. That's what they're all about. And the gay liberals who lecture us about how liberals are all about tolerance and humanitarian causes and charities and BS. BS. Just in New York the other day, the governor of New York decided to cut benefits to gay homeless youth. And now all the liberals are up in arms. Of course, this is a mess that you created because not only did you bankrupt every other state, you bankrupt states like New York where they have a lot of gay homeless youth. And that's what happens when you bankrupt countries and you bankrupt states like that. Because the holy socialist, Marxist utopia, secular, atheist utopia is coming to fruition. It's coming. And some gay people have sadly been indoctrinated to believe that that's good. What do you mean it's good? Is war good? Is destruction good? Is starvation good? Is economic disparity good? Now, of course, the gay media is talking about how the U.S. House Committee approves measure for aid cut to anti-gay countries. Now, I want you to listen to this hypocrisy very clearly. This is on Pink News UK. A U.S. House Committee has approved a measure which would discourage aid to homophobic countries like Uganda. Now, they're attacking Uganda. Of course, Uganda is a despotic, totalitarian, socialist, communist country. And of course, the gay socialist Marxists that work here in the U.S. won't admit that. They won't tell you that Uganda is a socialist, totalitarian country. It's a Soviet country. They won't tell you that. And of course, the Christian evangelicals won't tell you that either because they support socialism. They support totalitarianism and communism. These mega churches that go there and indoctrinate these illiterate Ugandans into this horseshit about homosexuals invading and eating your souls with a straw. I mean, what the hell is that? Right? We can all agree on that, but see, the problem is with a government that has been so oppressive and corrupted like Uganda. But according to this news article, the amendment to the House Financial Services Committee bill was tabled by Democrat Representative Barney Frank, who is gay. But here it is. It reads, the committee urges Treasury to advocate, okay, not really do it. I mean, to advocate that governments receiving assistance from the multilateral development institutions do not engage in gross violations of human rights, for example, the denial of freedom of religion, including the right to choose one's own religion, and physical persecution based on sexual orientation or gender identity. More of the same political, liberal, gay, Marxist, pinko, muppet, baby, babble. That's what it is. It's all babble. If they really want to stop governmental institutionalized homophobia, why don't they invade Saudi Arabia? Not only do they start to kill innocent people in certain areas in Yemen, but also you have the Saudi government chopping off the heads of gay and lesbian people in Saudi Arabia. So does this amendment stop the U.S. government from funding military operations in Saudi Arabia? Would we now bring back our bases and our troops from Saudi Arabia? Would we stop helping them and sending our troops to fight on behalf of Saudi Arabia, the biggest homophobic country in the world, the biggest country that exports Islamofascism, Sunni type of Islamism into Europe, the cause of which has been destructive in many areas of England? But no, we're not going to stop that. Saudi Arabia, which is actually the Marxist corporatist haven, and that's why they support Saudi Arabia, the most evil of the Arab countries. But yet they go after a cowboy like Gaddafi, and it's so hypocritical. So hypocritical. Go ahead with your war. Maybe all of you gay liberals that support Obama in this war, maybe you should all enlist in the military. Well, because now that Don't Ask, Don't Tell is being repealed, maybe all of you can join the armed forces. And at the same time, you may get some free hanky-panky, if you know what I mean, while serving overseas. Because I know some of you gay liberals wanted that in the military, to be honest with you. So, isn't it kind of funny that at first gay liberals were all about how the military has become oppressive, which it has. How the military has been taken over by the military-industrial complex, which it has. But yet now, after Bush left office, all of a sudden we did a 180. All of a sudden Obama promised us repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell because it felt good. That's all. It felt good. Alright. You pretend that you walk the walk, so go ahead. You talk the talk, now walk the walk. Go ahead. Enlist. I dare you to enlist and fight in Libya. Fight your Messiah's war. Your Marxist, corporatist, socialist war against Libya. Believe me, I'm not a fan of Gaddafi. I don't like dictators of any kind. Period. Gaddafi was a brute, and he is a brute. But he is a brute that was created by the same forces who are now going to destroy him. It's all a game. It's all rigged. Let's get this over with. The American people, we need to be educated about this. Gay people as well, because I think gay people have been so indoctrinated to believe everything that the gay media tells them, everything that Andy Tao says, or Dan Savage, or any of these people, to blind us from the real enemies. The real enemies are these Marxist, globalist people who want to indoctrinate and impose a one world government, and this is what they're going to do. They're going to destroy countries physically and economically, like they did with Greece, and now they're doing it with Spain and, of course, with Portugal. Nobody wants to talk about that, but I am talking about it. And it's kind of funny that you gay liberals are all hypocrites. You're all these peace-loving, no war hippies, and now you're all a bunch of hawks. Oh, because your Messiah told you to support his war. That's why. Bunch of hypocrites.